My name is Andrew Brown. I am the LNG Business and Project Development Director for Smit Lamnalco. Smit Lamnalco specializes in providing marine services to the oil and gas terminal industry. What we basically do is provide the marine services that enable the oil or gas companies to maneuver their vessels into the terminal, do the cargo transfer and maneuver those vessels out. An example of this is, for example, floating LNG. We provide the marine services to the offshore floating LNG to enable the LNG carrier to come alongside, do the cargo transfer, and then we're able to maneuver the vessel away from the FLNG so she can sail on her journey. In the last couple of years, there's been a huge focus on LNG and LNG development. We're lucky enough that we've just won a project with Coral FLNG to provide the marine services to the floating LNG offshore. However, if you look at the development of LNG in this country, it is possible over the next number of years that Mozambique could become the third or even the second largest supplier of LNG. Well, why is that? If we look at the projected forecast, say, out to 2040, we expect LNG demand to increase because of environmental pressure and also because readily available of gas. We can see that that market has to be filled. Now, where does this gas come from? Well, Mozambique has a huge gas reserve just north of Palma, and that gas reserve is now being explored by a number of large organizations. The first project to explore that gas and then produce that gas into liquefied natural gas and introduce it to the market is Coral FLNG. And Smit Lamnalco worked for 6 years in developing the infrastructure in country to enable us to meet local content requirements and then provide the required skill, competency level, qualified people and the equipment that we need, including our boats, to be able to support the FLNG offshore. In the next couple of years, well, first of all, we've got the Coral FLNG that's on our way now. The next phase really is to develop the LNG infrastructure in Palma. So from the offshore to onshore, and then to build the LNG liquefaction plant. And at the moment, there are a number of Mozambique LNG, ExxonMobil, Ravana Basin, are all now working towards producing that LNG and then getting that LNG to market. And I can see in the next couple of years that actually expanding. If you look at the moment, they've got 2 companies going to be operating up in Palma, but I can see that expanding with other companies coming in within the next 5 years. So it is quite possible within the next 10 years we could see Mozambique probably with the potential to produce somewhere in the region of 60 million tons per annum. That is significant to the marketplace when compared to Qatar, Australia or even America. But they've made that start. 12 million tons per annum is the first phase of this. The next phase will be the other companies coming in and taking advantage of producing gas to LNG and then selling it onto the market. I'm proud to say that we've actually been supporting this event since Mozambique LNG Gas Summit #1. So when we did #1, there was only quite a few people here at that time. And then we did #2, and it got bigger. Then we did #3, then we did #4, then we did #5, and today we're pleased to say that we're doing #6. And as you can see, the benefit has grown tremendously. And it's also given us the opportunity to network with local companies. We see a lot more local companies than we did before. There are new companies now being started up, which are local companies, so that supports local content. We now know where we can get our sources from, and the LNG Gas Summit has been very instrumental in developing that local content. And as you can see, there's a lot of high-level people here, a lot of high-level people where we can have intricate discussions with, and we can discuss technical issues, how we're going to address the labor aspect, how we're going to address our supply chain management process, how can we build that infrastructure, what do we need to invest? And we've done most of that here at the LNG Summit.